Karens these days believe they're invincible. They think they can get away with just about anything. However, this definitely isn't the case, especially in the courtroom. Today we have a handful of Karens getting the wake-up calls of their lives straight from the judge. Get comfy because today's clips get more and more ridiculous as time goes on.
I sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Getting right into the Karen-ness, first up is quite the disgusting duo. On July 25th, 2015, the Georgia couple Jose Torres and Kayla Norton joined about a dozen other people in a convoy of pickup trucks waving large Confederate flags as they drove around Douglas County. While doing so, Torres and Norton's smaller group from the convoy drove past a black family's party celebrating their child's birthday. The partygoers said that the people in the trucks yelled racial slurs as they passed, and the drivers of Torres and Norton's group parked the trucks near the house and threatened to kill the partygoers while repeatedly using derogatory racial slurs against them. Along with this, victims said that some members of Torres' group were armed with a knife and a tire tool, and it didn't end there.
He's the one had to go. He's the one had to go. They pulling rifles out on us. 5 trucks of white guys with rebel flags.
Yep, they were flaunting their guns too. According to the district attorney's statement, Torres testified he carried the shotgun because he feared for his friend's safety. I wonder why.
That is not me. That is not me. That's not him. I would never walk up to you and say those words to you, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. You stayed, and you stayed affected my life, and it affected my children's life.
With the couple in court now regretting their actions, they're both in tears as they are served their sentence. Jose Torres was sentenced to 20 years with 13 years in prison after a jury convicted him on 3 counts of aggravated assault, 1 count of making terrorist threats, and 1 count of violating Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. Kayla Norton was sentenced to 15 years with 6 in prison. She was convicted on 1 count of making terrorist threats and 1 count of violation of the Street Gang Act. Moving on, this Karen owns a restaurant that didn't follow COVID-safe guidelines. She continued to willfully violate the state's food laws, public health orders, and the order of the court after multiple warnings, which landed her in the hot seat.
Ma'am, I will address you. If you would like to go out of order, we'll start this 93 days from now. Now, before we proceed, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Danielle Alice Newcomb on behalf of the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development.
Thank you. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I would like to call...
Ma'am, stop. I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. Ma'am, stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth? All right, I'll take that as silence. I understand her attorney is on here. Where is her attorney?
He's going to be right now.
Again, say anything again without telling me you're going to tell the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 93 days. Contempt carries with it 93 days and or $7,500. You will not act disrespectful in this court. Do you understand, ma'am? You certainly may remain silent.
Karen here was hit with a $7,500 fine and 93 days in jail for contempt of court. Moving on now, this next clip isn't exactly going to be what you expected. So we're in Clark County Court, Las Vegas, Nevada, where 26-year-old Monica Contreras is to vacate a temporary restraining order filed against her by her ex-husband, and along with her is her 2-year-old daughter. Everything with the case goes as per usual and it only lasts a couple minutes when something strange happens. Courtroom Marshal Ron Fox takes Monica to another room to perform a drug search while her daughter plays with the judge, Patricia Donninger, on the bench. A few minutes go by and Monica is back in the courtroom, but there's a problem. She explains to the other marshal that she wasn't comfortable with the way Marshal Fox conducted the drug search.
What are you alleging that my officer did?
Yeah. He said, can I just have you pull up your shirt and show me that there's no drugs in there? I said, well, I really don't
that's a good idea. I think I'd rather have to. I'm just offended that he asked me to do that.
Listening in as he's still searching her bag, Fox is not happy with what he hears.
Okay, so the store stands, handcuffed her.
Why
You bring
would I
her
be
in.
handcuffed? Why would I be arrested?
Hold on.
For what, sir?
Hold on.
Okay, why would I be arrested? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me?
Because of false allegations made against a police officer, so.
What?
In Clark County, in this specific context, making false allegations to a police officer wouldn't even be a crime. Big old Ron Fox over here just can't seem to get out of his power trip. And I'll tell you one thing, he is definitely about to regret all of this. As this is going on, the judge turns her back on the situation, and without getting any further info on the charges, she just asks to have the child taken away from the courtroom.
Can we do something with the little
Why would I be arrested though?
If you could call up Child Haven for me.
Just like that, from a routine court hearing to being arrested in just a few minutes, along with having her daughter taken away from her, Contreras is confused, to say the least.
Saying
Do
it.
not turn around. I will also add instructions.
Okay, stop. What did I do to anyone? Leave me alone, please.
Tell the truth.
Tell the
Tell the
truth.
truth.
I don't want to push charges. I don't want to kill anyone. I just wanted to end.
Jimmy, I got court. I still have to do this, so arrest her. I take the kid. We're done.
Why would you
Hey,
do that to me,
Judy.
sir?
Because you're making
I'm
false
not making
allegations.
false allegations up, sir. Why would you put me in this position? I'm a good person. No, I don't want to deal with this, please. I just want to end it. Okay, it was all lies. It was all lies. It was all lies. It was all lies. Let me go home, please.
So
Why would you be arresting me
on
right
record,
now?
on tape, in the courtroom.
I just want to go home, please. I just want to go home, please. That's what happened. You put me in the room and you asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness. You asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness.
Contreras now aims her attention at the judge.
How could you do this to me? How could you watch? How could you watch? You asked me to pull up my shirt. Leave me alone. I don't want to go to jail. I'm just trying to defend myself. He said, can you please pull up your shirt without a witness? He said, can you please pull up your shirt without a witness?
You already lied. It's on record.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
Contreras is now taken to jail and formally charged with providing false information to a police officer and disturbing the peace. Her daughter is turned over to special services until her father picked her up later that day. This story though does have a happier ending than that. It was just 2 months late. Contreras filed a complaint against Marshall Fox, claiming that in addition to improper protocol, the officer also groped her breast and buttocks in the drug search. This started an investigation with Clark County Internal Affairs, who would validate her claims. She was then awarded $200,000 in a court settlement, and as for the judge and marshals, Fox was fired immediately, and the other marshal was later relieved of his duties. And for Judge Donninger, she was out 2 years later when the courtroom footage went public. At least some justice was served here. Now, chances are you've heard of the iPhone incident that happened with the Soho Karen in 2021. Well, we have new information on this Karen that just came out. If you missed this one, then here's a little recap. Basically, this Karen misplaced her iPhone and decided to accuse the nearest black teenage male of stealing it, and things got hectic.
You don't have to explain nothing to her.
Take the case off. That's mine. Literally, get it back.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No. Okay, then show me show me all
No,
my.
you get a life over there.
no,
What's
go
on your
on.
background? You better go use find my iPhone. Go do that.
Find my iPhone is on.
Okay,
On now.
come in. No, you can't. No,
I'm the manager of the hotel.
I don't care.
He will,
This is
right
my
now.
son.
Hey,
Did you see me just come downstairs out of the fucking elevator?
I'm trying to help.
No, but you're not helping.
I
What
am.
you've been is disrespectful.
No, I'm trying to settle the
No.
situation. I'm asking
My
for
son
time.
has nothing to do with her.
No.
I'm trying to figure out what's
but
going
he has
on
my
in the
phone.
lobby.
Then show me the proof. No, he's not leaving. Show me the proof.
Are you
Show me
kidding
the
me?
proof.
You better get on.
I need you.
Let's go,
I
kid.
need you away.
I'm sorry.
Better get on. We have you see two black people.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
Better get on somewhere,
No,
lady.
please get my phone back. I cannot not have my phone.
Listen.
Karen's outburst of intellect then landed her in front of a judge charging her with 4 felonies. The felonies being attempted robbery, endangering the welfare of a child, attempted grand larceny, and attempted assault. Now for the new info. Despite the 4 felonies, she wasn't ordered to be held on bail, so she went free and flew back to LA from New York after her court appearance. Now this comes as footage of her October arrest from 2020, the year before the iPhone incident for DUI, was made public.
Can I see your warrant? Where's your warrant? Yeah, give me your warrant. Give me your warrant. Where's your warrant?
I just asked you don't touch me, please and thank you.
I didn't do anything to you.
Ma'am.
I didn't do anything to you, dude.
Ma'am, he's telling you more than 5 times now. You should please listen.
Yeah, okay. No, I never had lied to respond. I never lied. You didn't come out.
I'm not even laughing. I'm like, I just think you guys are like a joke. You guys are a joke. There are like gang members that are killing people right now, and you're arresting a girl.
Can you guys believe it? Cops arrest girls too. All jokes aside though, this Karen needs to be put on watch because this isn't even all of it. It's just been discovered that our Soho Karen here is also being investigated now for vandalizing her Airbnb on the same day she was charged for the phone incident. I'll be sure to post an update in the comments below as I learn more about this. Thanks for watching everyone. If you did enjoy this video, why not subscribe so you don't miss the next one?